There it goes. Yeah. Yeah, man, they want to eat. And there's nothing like food. Food is one of the pleasures being in the flesh. You know what I'm saying? I admit, good food is good, meaning lamb, stuff like that. But you gotta let that shit go, man. Shit, you gonna be eating manna. You damn right. And yeah, right. And that's why they say, but now our soul is dried away, and there is nothing at all aside, beside this manna. Like manna is a bad thing, So what? If we gotta eat manna. Like bread. That's just what it gotta be then. Fuck that chip. I'd rather just eat manna than to take that chip. And what's the manna? Manna can be described as.
I forget that in Proverbs, like better is the herbs. Right, because like basically, that precept's just like talking about like just like that even goes like just like right now, like we might not might not like be in like all these like we're not basically what I'm saying we're not one of the cool people. Those people that have like all those like awesome
we're
corny. Like social circles, like the VIP section, like we don't have like all these like it's like beautiful like women around us and shit like that. All right, but like at the same time in that type of like cosmos that also that's the type of like cosmos that only like Satan can give you on this like go around. All right, so like we know at that point, it's gonna like be to our destruction, whether to our benefit. So we realize that it's better to like be in this type of circle, because like we know that like it's like the righteous thing to do, and like when we receive that salvation, we're gonna receive like more fold than we're gonna receive all that like in righteousness and in cleanliness. Like as far as like those women being like undefiled among other things.
This is Proverbs 15:17. Better is a dinner of herbs where love is than a stalled ox and hatred therewith. And hatred therewith.
Or even just as far as like like being around like they can even go with like being around like the right people. I remember there was like one like episode of like one small example of it, like as far as like just like the concept of like not like you can't like break bread with everybody like when you're in this truth. Like I remember there was this one episode of like the Bernie Mac show where there was this guy he was at like this one guy's house. I think the guy he was played by like Dennis Leary. All right, and like Bernie Mac was like really cool with this guy because like the one thing he liked was the fact that he had like all this like top shelf scotch. All right, but then the guy started like talking about I don't know whether it was like his son or some. He was talking about like one of his kids and all that. And then like Bernie Mac, that was like I don't really appreciate you like disrespecting my children or thing like so he just like gives him the glass of scotch back. As far as like just like not as far as like people like having like all this like cool shit and all that, that's not like the reason why you're like that shouldn't be like the reason why you're like somebody's friend or whatever.
Gonna be a crossroads, man. That's gonna be a big test for the brothers. That's gonna separate the elect, man, from the 2/3, man. You know what I'm saying? If you come out, especially if you out here doing the work, man, you already mentally prepared for what's gonna come if you don't take that chip, man. You know what I'm saying? And that goes there with prayer. Ask that the Heavenly Father give you that spirit, man, to make it through them times, man. Yeah, it's gonna be a crossroads. That's gonna be a big test. So get yourself mentally prepared for whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's just how the Lord got to go down, so it's gonna go down like that.
This is Ecclesiastes 7:2, and it reads, it reads, "It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting. For that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart."
Yeah, because especially like right, that's a beautiful scripture for like right now. All right, because like what's going on right now? All right, like these people in the world, like they're about to have like all these just like fly parties and all that. Like I know like it's like certain members of like family, friends, like acquaintances and all that. Like they have, we all may or may not have that one person, or that has that best like annual like just like get together, with all this like like quality like liquor, food, like desserts and all that. Or and as far as like there was like certain Akim, like saying that it's not necessarily off to like like make an appearance and things like that, but at the same time, or as far as like what accord they're on the accord of the world, and you're not on the accord of the world, so what are you gonna you're gonna end up like socializing, going into like certain topics, or that's the time of the year there's like hey, so what are you up to, like what are your plans for the next year, like who did you vote for, that's it's there's contention in the horizon, so the most expedient thing to do, if you're cool with certain people, whatever. But at the same, if you're really in the right spirit, you're really not in like the spirit or like the mood, like for those like types of activities. All right, because like just like for me, like personally, like one moment. But for me, like personally, like that term, you become a soldier, so you're like solitary most of the time. Or you're either doing things like just like studying, or being with the Akim doing lessons, or you're either like at the gym or just chilling at the house.
This is 1 Corinthians 15:58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. It's not a vain thing to do the Lord's work, But I don't know, comment on, you was talking about going to the house of mourning. All of a sudden, people want to start being sorrowful because of that new scandal, that Pizzagate shit, man. Where you got that satanic rituals going on, and it's starting to be exposed. You know what I'm saying? I believe it's in the DC area. You know what I'm saying? They was doing all those foul things to those babies and children, and they had a real devil trying to speak on it, talking about what they did. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, they going to be sorrowful, but it's going to turn up. It's going to be 10 times worse than that in these latter days. You got to know. Yeah, they killing babies, they sacrificing babies, shit like that, drinking blood, doing all kinds of wickedness, man.
Yeah, I remember, one of the Akim from like the Columbus camp, like they used to do like he was like pretty talented at making like just like cartoons and like parodies and all that. Or he had like this one like episode where like Barack Obama was like he was like putting a pitchfork in like Israelite babies and throwing them in like the fire. All right, and then like he like in the skit, like he cursed out like Joe Biden for throwing like an Edomite baby in there. All right, and then that was just like going into those like satanic rituals, or that they do in like the back, that they do behind like closed doors. All right, but then like in the skit, like he had it's like Barack Obama like he tried to like escape like in the sky. All right, but then like there was like a prophet like met him up, and then like he went to that like I think it's like that scripture in Job the 20th chapter, like the triumph of the wicked is for a short time, and then like the cartoon of Barack Obama got a missile like shot at him. All right, but yeah, but as far as like those things like going on, like it's been like brought out that they've like actually been like doing that. All right, and according to the scriptures, they're actually going to receive a judgment for it. Yeah.
Con, man. Bring out I got you. This is Matthew 24, verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the signs of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So, when the brother speaks on, man, we coming to the end. We coming to them times where Yahushua is speaking of about the missiles, about race riots, race wars. You know, nation rising against nation. And I'm pumped for it, man. I'm a little kid in the candy store, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait for this shit to happen, man. This shit made me want to flick my heels and shit, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Got the golden ticket.
I got the hey, you know?
Oh, Saki, that's a spirit. That was a spiritual movie too, because didn't people you ever see that movie? Yeah, you got you know, people like being called and not chosen. Right, that's what because that breaks like that way like breaks down the kingdom to a key, because like what happened? There were so many there was this like factory, and he was only like opening it up to a few amount of people, and then like it was going to be given to it as an inheritance, and it's your pa, man, and like what happened? There was this guy, guy named like Slugworth, like who was actually like working for like Willy Wonka, like trying to get people like go off and give them like secrets and all that. And then you know, like they were all and but you had to be like chosen. You had to get that like golden ticket, or to be even like invited in.
Be called.
Yeah, and then like then just like one by one people started like going off, and then they get
knocked off.
Yeah, like first that guy like he was like a glutton.
Yeah.
And then
The bitch ate the berry and shit.
Right, and then there are like certain theories that there's certain like movie theorists that talk about how like all those kids actually like got like put to death in secret. Right, but then like, you know, it's just like one by one. Or then you had
they was getting knocked off, they was falling off.
yeah, and then like one by one, like then those like Oompa Loompas would like give you like the reason. Yeah. Then they give you you know, then they give you like the reason why, like
that was
why that happened.
Why that happened?
Yeah, and
what
then
you did wrong.
Yeah, and then like at the end, like they believe like the guy, his kid's like name was like Charlie.
Yeah.
All right, and then he was like guess what, like he passed because like he didn't.
Okay.
And
he was the
like,
poor also.
Yeah.
He was the poor.
Oh yeah.
He was poor too.
Yeah, and then they
He was poor. He was hungry.
yeah, and they went up. Yeah, and at the end they went up into the sky. They went up into the sky like on a chariot almost.
Oh yeah. Right, it was a chariot.
Okay.
So I can see my house from here.
Yeah, but like yeah, it's just like, you know, if you watch like
you gotta be spiritual.
yeah, you watching like movies from like a spiritual eye, like
Okay.
spiritual.
you'll see that things like yeah, like, and not even Saki for like we're gonna get. We need to get in. Yeah, we need to get some more scripts at some point. But it's my fault anyway. But or even that movie Project X. You know, that was people would say that's kind of like a stupid like party movie and all that. All right, but what happened? Like all right, there was this like that house. Have you guys like seen that movie?
Yeah.
All right, that house was like could be like compared to like America.
Yeah.
All right, and it was like people from the tribe of Amalek. Right, that convinced him to like throw that party and all that.
Yeah.
Or causing all that trouble. or and then or you know like certain like he was like just like right now like just like certain like groups and waves of people. Right, because like with like the history of America, what happened was like after they like did the dirt to like the Native Americans, they kept on there were like different waves of like Edomite like immigrants and all that are just coming in like uninvited.
Yeah.
And that's